So welcome, Chris Allred, Donna McFate,
Hello.
here for another episode of food that my food would eat. So today I'm gonna make a vegetarian curry, and you're making
Gluten-free oatmeal cookies.
nice.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
All right, so I'm here. I've got some garlic I'm gonna chop up and half of an onion. And what are you starting with?
I am going to do the coconut oil. So it's funny, my sister-in-law, she gave me this recipe and she gives me this recipe and she goes, okay, so quarter coconut oil, maybe a little more. Then we do a cup of sugar, maybe a little more. So she's always a little more on her stuff on this recipe. Quite fun. Quite fun.
Fantastic.
There it is.
So your sister-in-law's recipe is a family favorite then?
It's a family favorite. Everybody has the recipe now.
So Donna, so you're from Wisconsin originally?
Yes.
How's that compared to out here? I mean,
The wonderful West over here.
yeah, the beautiful West Coast.
It's different. I love both places. I think I love here a little more though.
Because of the weather, I mean, Wisconsin, what known as snow this deep. I mean,
Yes.
is it really?
20-foot deep on the sidelines normally with what do they call that? Snow drifts. Yeah. You can get 20 foot high. Yes, very crazy. And yeah, very cold. If you have any water in your hair, it will freeze in seconds when you're standing outside. You can crack off if your hair is still wet when you go outside.
I had an old boss who lived in Montana, and he was saying that when he became an adult, turned 18, graduated from high school, you know, he wanted to move, and then one winter, he literally couldn't start his truck all winter until spring, until it thawed out. And when that happened, moved down to Arizona. He's like, screw that.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He had to plug the cars in. You have to plug them into a electrical thing to keep them heated overnight so they don't freeze. So you start them in the morning. Yeah. And then it's very flat, but it's very pretty. Very pretty in the summer. Definitely get tornadoes. Not as much as Tornado Valley or anything, but there's definitely tornadoes. So the weather could change real quick down over there. Pretty interesting. Seen a few funnel clouds.
Wow. Alright, so I got a couple tablespoons of olive oil here, heating up so I can start sauteing these onions and garlic. Got some water in the boil here in the back. I'm actually going to put some rice on just so we can serve with the curry. And Donna, what do you got going in that bowl?
So I've got raw coconut crystals for our sugar going in here. Pretty good stuff.
Raw coconut crystals?
Yep.
What?
It's low glycemic sugar alternative. Very good. Very good stuff. Gluten-free, unbleached, unrefined, GMO-free, vegan, 100% organic. All that lovely jazz.
Wow.
And I forgot to mention there is peanut butter in here. So there are peanut butter oatmeal cookies. We're going to do half raisins and half chocolate chip.
Is the chocolate chip for you and the girls and
for me and the girls.
Raisins for your husband?
And raisins for the husband.
Who want to eat chocolate because there's milk in it?
Right. He just tries to stay away from sugar as much as he can.
Alright. Garlic going in. How's the food scene different from Wisconsin to here?
Okay. So when you're raised in a in a hunting family, we do a lot of hunting for our food, so we eat a lot of venison meat, so that's much different. It's not all burgers or chicken, it's a lot of venison meat, so you hunt it, of course, and then you cut it up and package it up and put it in the freezer and hope to get enough for a whole year. Yeah, it's much different. And then there's lots of good farms. We kind of lived close to country, so we had farms, so we'd go to little farmers markets and get our food. And then we had about an acre or so, so we did a huge garden and stuff. So we'd eat our food out of the garden. It's pretty good. Pretty good stuff.
So you're saying hunting was a
It's
big thing for everyone, or just a big thing for your family?
big thing for everybody, so big that in school they would get it set up for kids to they'd have to do a certain amount of work so they could take a whole week off during hunting season, gun hunting or bow hunting, and then they could go hunt instead of go to school. But they had extra work to do. Yeah.
I
But
guess
it was huge.
I guess that's not so different than not here, but on the eastern side of the state where I grew up, it's a lot of farms and a lot of fruit and stuff. You know, a lot of fruit trees, a lot of orchards,
Yeah.
a lot of all kinds of farms, and so like
Well,
asparagus
I
would
think
come
they
up.
hunt here too.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take off for hunting, but they would. So kids would, kids that work on the farm with their parents or whatever, they would go and they would either get a late start or not even come in at all because of harvest and all that stuff. And yeah, so not too different, but hunting that's a little different.
It is different.
So since you've been out here, you eat a lot of well, you're vegetarian now, but I mean.
I actually
But-
haven't eaten venison,
You haven't eaten venison?
very much. I actually haven't had it since I moved out here. I would
Wow.
if my family would send me some, but it's not easy to send meat.
So do you miss it?
I do. I do miss the venison meat. I notice I crave it. My body craves the venison meat. Kind of like you would crave a cheeseburger and a chocolate milk or something, you know.
Venison, I don't know. It's good. I mean, I've had it. I mean, I've had a lot of it. My grandparents, they hunt, and you know they get their license every year to go up and kill a deer.
So you've had it.
Yeah, I've
But
had
you're
it.
not real. It's different when you're raised on it and you eat it a lot for one of your main foods. You sure get used to it pretty quickly.
Here I put a couple tablespoons of tomato paste and give it some nice deep flavor, like it's been cooked all day. Nice little tip there.
Smells good. And we got the oats going into the cookies here. And then we're almost ready to get the half and half going with the chocolate chips and the raisins. I'm going to put half in one bowl, half in another. We're going to do half raisins and half chocolate chips.
I got about 3 tablespoons of the yellow curry powder. And go about with about a tablespoon of cinnamon. A lot of people don't think cinnamon as a savory spice, but cinnamon is. It's savory, it can be sweet. You can use it in a lot of things. A lot of cooking all over the world uses cinnamon, other than for cookies and such.
Cinnamon is definitely good for people with blood sugar problems.
Nice. All right. So I got paprika, give it a nice, deep, rich color, a little bit of flavor. All right. And if I was making this at home, I would definitely use like a chicken stock. You can use a vegetable stock, but for this case, I'm just gonna use some water.
Okay. We are ready. Ready to put these in the oven.
So ready to go in the oven?
Just gotta load the pan.
So can you go over once again what's all in those cookies?
Okay, so we've got oats, coconut oil, coconut sugar, raw coconut sugar, eggs, vanilla, peanut butter, a teaspoon of soda, and then we're doing half with raisins and half with chocolate chips. And you can put nuts in it, nuts are optional.
And we're actually going to separate this out a little bit. Because I'm going to put some milk products into here. But before I do that, I'll take some out for Kevin so that he can have some also. And then then I'll finish the rest of it off for us. So it should work out just fine. Slow it down. So do these cookies spread out?
No,
So
not very much, yeah.
Nice. Can you see that there? Get a good shot of this here. Cookies look delicious.
They're pretty good.
And how long do they have to bake?
They say 12, but with my oven, so ovens will vary. My oven, we start out with 6 and then we just keep an eye on it from there, and it normally goes about maybe a minute or 2 more. So kind of keep an eye on them.
So 8 to 12 minutes, basically, depending on your oven, 350 degrees?
Yes. Here it is. Okay.
Nice. Alright, so I have some bronco beans here, chickpeas, and they're canned, so I dump the cans out, get rid of make sure we got all that liquid that they came in. We don't want any of that in there. That stuff is just unneeded, salty, thick.
So I'm going to set my timer so I don't forget to check those.
These soften up a little bit in here.
That looks really good. Look at that. And this is a curry dish?
Yeah.
Kevin's favorites. Yeah.
Hopefully we don't disappoint.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it'll be good.
So what's the one thing that you wish was out here that we don't have out here?
I would say the thunderstorms. I don't see the thunderstorms. I miss the thunderstorms. Yeah.
So we get a lot of rain, but not
The
we don't get
actual
storm?
just stormy, where you can kind of see the sun peeking through sometimes, but you've got these dark clouds and then some light ones, and they're puffy, and you've got the lightning and thunder, and you don't get a lot of that out here. It's all just kind of monotone. Thunderstorms.
Here's a little cayenne.
So this is different than where you guys live. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. So we live in Washington State, and on the eastern side of the mountains, when everything's in Washington State, they think of Seattle and the rain and the green. eastern side of the state is very dry. It's a desert technically.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get a lot of rain, but you get a lot of snow in the winter. It gets really cold. 4 distinct seasons. So it's really nice when you get those fall days.
Yeah.
They're just like cold and breathe. It's very crisp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which we don't get here. We have 2 seasons.
Yes, which we get in Wisconsin. We got the 4 distinct, and I missed that too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it is different.
Definitely.
We moved here because of the rain. We wanted some more rain. And the first year we lived here, it was fantastic because we were enjoying the rain. We go outside, we go to the zoo, we go over, wherever, and we noticed that people didn't enjoy the rain at all. We're like, yeah, it's all, we got the zoo to ourselves. We got, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And then after a while, we stopped going out in the rain also, and we stopped enjoying it because the ground's so wet and saturated. It is beautiful. Beautiful.
To get that beauty, I think you have to have a lot of rain, though.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. And kind of more unseasonal. Yeah.
Yeah. So it has its pros and cons.
Very good.
So any chance you can talk Kevin into moving back there?
No, I'm good. I'm glad to be here. I'd rather stay here. I fell in love with the West Coast. The rainy area, I fell in love with it over here. I wouldn't mind going back and visiting family. Most of my family, they still live in Wisconsin, so we can definitely go back and visit when we want. And land's cheap enough to probably even buy land over there, I suppose. So
Nice.
buy land there and live here, and I don't know. It's a possibility.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So have some it's not regular milk. It's coconut milk, unsweetened coconut milk, and smells divine. So we'll put some of this in here. Give it a nice creamy texture, flavor. Cookies definitely smell good. Smell like peanut butter. It just
check them just to make sure, because my oven definitely cooks hot. Definitely cooks hot.
cook
Yeah,
down for a
so-
little bit.
So yeah, I kind of miss the hunting and stuff. It was definitely it toughens you up. Definitely makes you a little more tough because you have to go out in the cold weather and you have to be patient. You have to sit there and then you have to fight through snow and wilderness to drive deer to your other people when you're doing the driving, or you got to sit there and be patient. You got to be very quiet. You move around, you'll scare them away. So very interesting. Kind of miss it a little bit.
Did you have all the trophy heads and stuff on the wall in their house?
My dad does, yeah. But I wasn't a trophy head kid. No, that's too sport. See, I'm more about, if you're gonna use the meat and use it, and then use the antlers. If you can use it, then use it. Otherwise, I don't really like the sport of it. I like to do it for food. Yeah. So let's check that
Nice.
real quick. I think I'll let him go a minute more.
Another minute?
Yeah.
Yes.
See. Let's try not to burn my mouth this time.
It's a little warm there. Got a little spice that hits you right in the back of the throat, which is great. That's some nice rice to put over it. So
Oh, no, that's good. That's good flavor. That looks. See, my oven does not cook good, so ladies, make sure your ovens cook really well. I'm gonna
So-
do about 1 more minute.
so tip of the week.
Or guys, ladies or gentlemen.
So tip of the week. Know your ovens. Be friends with them. Understand them.
Yes.
Nice. This looks pretty good. I'm gonna do a little bit of parsley here in the rice.
Out of the herb garden.
Nice. Looks lovely.
We've had some pretty hot, dry weather lately, so hopefully that's not too dry.
Looks fine.
Good.
So stems and all, the top stuff, it's all good. Not gonna kill you. Stems got a lot of flavor. Cameraman over here is getting his picture taken. Smiling big.
Okay. You able?
Look,
Okay.
look. It's all yours.
So I'm going to take these out and let them sit for a minute on the pan, and then I'll take them off, and then we'll put the other batch on. We have another batch here. We'll just kind of let them sit for a minute. Let me grab some plates. They look good. Turned out good.
Yeah, they smell delicious.
Oh. So you guys ever feel like moving back to Yakima? You miss the dry 4 seasons?
Yes and no. We talk about it sometimes. We kind of, might be kind of fun, you know?
Always
But-
good for a change, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh. So what is this? Garlic salt? Sea salt, roasted garlic, onions, and parsley?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it good?
I haven't used that one yet. That's new. We should give it a try. We should cook it in some.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some right here in this. Right here. A little bit of that in there. It's yeah, it's dried garlic. It's roasted. Got some sea salt in here. Some onion, dried parsley. Never heard of it, but looks good.
Yeah, if you ever just don't feel like chopping up a bunch of garlic and stuff, it's probably good to use.
Yeah, we only got some garlic in here, but more flavor is not a bad thing.
More garlic's always good.
You say garlic's good for your skin?
Yeah.
Makes it.
From the inside out, you gotta eat it. You don't put it on your skin.
So eating garlic
It's good for your skin.
is good for your skin.
Yeah.
Don't rub it on your face.
Nope.
Just
Yeah.
huh.
I suppose I should have said that right. Yeah, don't rub it on your face. People
Warning.
at home, don't rub it on your face. That will burn.
Warning. Yeah. I got garlic in the eyes. All right. Salt.
Yeah, I read odd things. Don't know if they're true, but I'm always reading something somewhere. Okay, last batch of cookies going in. And that made almost, it's supposed to make about 2 dozen. It made almost about 2 dozen eggs.
2 dozen cookies there? Nice. All right, just some simple rice with some parsley. It'll be fine. Put the curry over the top of it. It'll be delicious. All right, let's try this with after we put that dried garlic salt. Chunky roasted garlic salt. Pretty nice. Batch, I think after I take off some for Kevin, put a little bit of that coconut sugar in it, just to give it a little bit of balance.
Yeah.
But I'll wait till after we pull Kevin's off to the side.
Here's that for you.
So, raw coconut crystals. nice.
Yeah, try a little. It's really yummy. It's almost kind of like brown sugar in a way with a slightly different taste than brown sugar.
Check that out.
Yeah, it has a GI. Is that GI or GL? I don't know how to read the glycemics. GL of only
glycemic
35.
index.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
GL of only 35. This has 17 amino acids in it, vitamin C, and broad spectrum B vitamins. An abundant source of minerals. And a nearly neutral pH. So it's very good.
It's sugary, but it's very it's a very light tasting sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very light. It's there, but it's very subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, throw some of that in there. Never cooked with it, but why not?
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Yeah. Always good to try new things.
Usually I just cook with chicken, so
This
it's kind
is
of
different.
So
Yeah.
vegetarian is vegetarian is not bad. I just don't cook it that very often.
Yeah. Definitely interesting.
So still got some bite to it. It's all right. You can try some.
Yeah. Yes, I would love to.
See what it looks like. You should get a
Chickpea.
chickpea to
Or
see.
what are they called? Garbanzo or chickpeas, or are they both?
I think it's the same thing. Tomato, depends where you're at. Cilantro, in parts of the world, and other parts of the world, it's question. You know what it is?
Really good. That's got really good flavor. I like it.
Alright, so here's the question of the day. So cilantro, we call it cilantro. Mexico, they call it cilantro. West Coast, cilantro. Part of the world, they call it what? Same thing?
No, probably not.
Coriander.
Coriander.
So coriander and cilantro are the same thing. We call coriander seeds, but then when the plant, we call it cilantro. For some reason.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So Chris, do you like cooking this kind of stuff, or do you miss cooking meat?
Love it. No, love cooking. Love cooking.
It's a challenge.
It is, but it's a fun challenge.
That's good. That's good.
I love cooking for myself, the family, friends, everybody. So yeah, I've always enjoyed it. All right, so on here, I'm actually going to reduce the heat. And I'm gonna add some of this sugar here.
And I'm going to step in here real quick. I'm just going to check these. Okay, they're good to go for another minute.
Alright, so I'm not quite sure how much to use. Normally I'd use a tablespoon, so I'll do that maybe. Let this sugar cook for a minute.
I'm excited for this meal. Exciting.
So I think cooking is one of those things where you just experiment.
Mm-hmm.
There's some fundamental rules that you have to follow for some things, but other than that, you can kind of put your likes and dislikes into it. Like Carrie and I will always joke around that the kids are missing out because they've never had liver. They've never had canned spinach because neither one of us like it. So it might be the greatest thing ever for them, but they're never gonna have it
Oh
until
no,
they
the canned spinach. Oh man, that's horrible stuff. I think. I agree.
It is.
I agree. It's horrible.
You know, and
Oh.
my mom made it canned spinach with a bunch of vinegar on it. It was the worst.
Oop, I'll squeeze around you. Hot pan coming through. Yes. No. I will never eat canned spinach again in my life. I don't think I'd even make my children try it. Unless they really wanted to.
I hear you. So at this point you can, you know, a plain like Greek yogurt would be nice. Kind of like, I'm gonna use some sour cream because that's what we have available. So I'll put a.
We have Greek yogurt, but it has honey in it, so I don't think that'd work.
Yeah. So I'll put a. I don't know. About 2 tablespoons. Stir that in. Like I said, the heat's off.
2 tablespoons, maybe a little more.
Give or take. It's the taste. I'm definitely a messy cook. I mean, I'm not the cleanest person in the world.
Oh, that's okay. You can always clean up later after you enjoy your meal.
All right. So, I think we're good. I think we can serve this up.
I gotta try it with the sour cream. I do have a little dairy. My husband may not, but I do.
That's all right. Try a little bit more. Good.
Okay.
Now you can try whatever you want. You can try this one. You can try that one.
Definitely has a different taste with the sour cream in it, but it's good. It's good both ways.
Oh, it is different with the sour cream for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Very good. And the cookies are all baked and.
All right. So what should we try first? Should we try? You want to grab us a cookie and we'll try that, and
try
I'll dish us up
Let me do a cookie here. And we'll do half and half. I'll let you try. See, I've had these cookies. I'll let you try. You should try both, the raisin and then the chocolate chip. Sometimes maybe even people would like chocolate chip and raisin mixed together.
All right. So. Try that. Let's try this.
I'm gonna try this.
All right. I'm gonna try
You can eat your dessert first if you really want to, but.
Yep. All right. One big bite here.
Good.
All right.
Excellent.
It is excellent. Thank you. So join us next time. Make this at home. Like I said, cooking's an adventure. So experiment, play around with it.
Right.
And until next week.
Bye.